Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Today is hashtag tagmetuesday, and we're going to do a little twist on a flip book. This is what I've come up with. Now the size in which I have here is because that's the size of the scraps that I had in my box. I was looking at my scrap box and thinking, oh my, I have got to do something with these scraps. This is what I've come up with. So that is why mine are this size, because most of my scraps I could get the pieces to work with me in making this project. So with that said, you can use any size scraps that you like. So what I have here is this one has a paperclip doily with some Sari silk and a bead. This one has a mini clothespin. We're going to open this up. This is a little paper doily. Open it up like this. This paper on the outside is a digital from Chapter 1 papers, but the ones that we're going to make together, we're going to have a little mass make. They're from paper pads, so you don't have to have digitals. I have a little mini postcard right here, a little bit of lace, and we open it up like this, and here is our flip book. There's a little washi right here, coffee dyed tracing paper, coffee dyed copy paper, blue dyed lined book page, copy paper, and this is the cardstock. So what a fun way to have a flip book. Pop it into a pocket, pop it into a satchel. This is closed with a paper clip, as you can see here. I've decorated it in the exact same manner. It looks totally different though, and this is its flip book. The little washi stands out really well with this because there wasn't much print on this digital, and you know I can't tell whose digital this was because there's not much to go by for me to see. But we still have the same type of papers in here. These are all coffee dyed copy weight paper. The outside, as I said, is a cardstock. So let's get to our mass make session. I have got it all ready. As you can see here, we're going to make a few together. So let's take the top one that I have. We're going to use a mini little clothespin with this one. A little piece of digital here. I think it goes this way. Actually, that looks upside down, but that's the stamp. There's a stamp there too. I think it goes that way. This is my little paper doily. I thought it went really well with this little scrap that I have. It is cardstock. It is from a paper pad. I don't know what paper pad because I just had quite a few in my box. I have some yellow dyed copy paper. What else do I have here? Coffee dyed paper, tracing paper, coffee dyed copy paper. So I think I want the yellow to be on top. I think that will be really pretty. So I think I want to do something like that. And that's the order. Now, the size of this is 7 1/4 by 3 inches, 7 1/4 inches by 3 inches. And this, the paper size, is 6 3/4 by 2 3/4. So what we want to do with this, and we will fold it in half. Actually, before we do that, we need to take one end. Now, if you have an up and down, you probably want to pay attention to this. I don't think I have any up and down prints. We're going to take the one end and we're going to fold it over a 1/2 inch. So folding this over about a 1/2 inch. I think I need to do a little bit more here. There we go, about right there. Folding over just a little bit I find to be harder than folding over a lot. It doesn't look like it's straight, but we're going to go with it. Then we're going to fold it in half. So we're going to have this end meet this end like this and give it a good crease. All right. And now what we're going to do is we're going to fold our papers in half. But first I'm going to pop it underneath this piece right here. And then I'm going to fold it like this. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do a little bit of trimming. So let's just fold them all in half. We're just going to have to see if we might need to do a little trimming once we get them all folded in half. Okay, fold it in half, and now let's go ahead and combine them the order that we want. That will be fine. And you guys, I'm kind of loving this little tiny stapler. Oh, I have to admit, I'm loving this little tiny stapler. I'm going to take my end that has the little 1/4 inch fold down, and I'm going to stick my papers right underneath it, and I'm going to try to position it so it's, you know, a little as even as I can get it on each side. Make sure it's down in there well. And I'm going to take my stapler and I'm going to staple it so the solid piece of metal is here and the pinched piece of metal is on the back. So I'm going to do 3 little staples. Oh, and it's out of staples. Let me fill it back up just a second. All right, I filled it back up. So if you happen to ever order yourself one of these little Tim Holtz mini stapler, you definitely want to order the box of refill staples to have when you need it, because they don't hold that many staples. So I'm just going to get this paper in here, fold it up, give it a good crease like that, and then I'm just looking at it saying, I do need to trim off the end a little bit. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get my little doily that I've chosen for this. I do have my frayed burlap, and I'm going to just lightly put a little bit of color on this paper doily. I've had these things for so long, I really don't remember where I got them from. I'm going to fold them in half, probably off of Amazon if I have to guess. Now I'm going to, while I have this out, I'm going to quickly run my sponge on my little mini postcard. Okay, and then I'm going to take this part that has the staples on it. This is where we're going to place the doily, right like this. We're going to glue this side here, and we're going to place our little flip book right on it like that. That's going to do 2 things. It's going to give us a little cover for our flip book, and it's going to cover up the back of the staples. You know how I am about that. So let's pop that on there like this. Press it down. It's got some oozing because it's a doily, and got glue coming out. Then we're going to pop it over like this. I've chosen a mini clothespin, and then I'm going to pop this little ephemera piece on here just for something fun. I think I might move it over to the other side though. I think I'm going to move it right over here on this side. And then on this side, I'm going to take a little tiny piece of scrap lace, a piece of lace that's a scrap, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm going to glue it right on there just like that. Now I need to give a little trim to the end, just like that. How cute is that? That is so sweet. All right, let's make another one. Oh, this one's pretty. Look how pretty this one is. This is going to be in the green shades. So right away, I'm just going to ink this up very quickly. And I'm going to just run my sponge on the top. And then I like to really color the back. I really only have to do half because we're going to glue the other half down. So isn't that a pretty piece? So I'm going to first fold the one end over a fourth of an inch. But I'm looking at it, I think I want this to be the front. So taking my paper, move this out of the way, and let's just fold this over a half an inch. Just like that. Give it a crease. Then we're going to, actually, you know what might work better? If we put our papers in and then fold it all up. I don't know, let's try that way. That might work a little better. I have no idea. We're going to give it a try though. We're going to try something different. Actually, it's going to be a problem because look, all the papers are different size. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, definitely I was using some scraps up. Oh, I know what I forgot that I was doing. And okay, let me staple this first. I was taking my, where did we just do that one? We just did this one. I was taking my washi and I was covering up this part right here where the staples are. So I think I'm going to actually do that. You know, do you have washi that you just kind of seem to forget about? I do, and I just love washi. When I first started doing junk journals, I didn't really get the washi thing. But after you use it a few times, it's like such an easy way to give a little, I don't know, extra something, you know. I'm putting some of my art glitter glue over my staples and in a line just to hold this in place because I've had this washi a very long time. And sometimes after you've had something for a long time, it no longer has that sticky ability much. But look how that really made it pop inside. Now I just put that glue on there, so I'm actually going to just set this aside and let it dry before I clip it back closed. So now we have gone ahead and stapled that in. Let's go ahead and put a piece of washi on here too. I think I'm going to use this one. I'm just going to change it up a little bit and use some different ones. I just selected a few out of my bin that I keep my washi. Yeah, see, this is so old that it's actually tearing when I don't want it to tear. Let's see if I can get this to go. There we go. I've got it started. Now let's put our glue down. Just a little bit of glue. Doesn't, you know, not a lot. Just so that it stays in place and doesn't peel up. Oh, that's a pretty color on there. So as I make this, I'm going to tell you what hashtag #TagMeTuesday is all about. It's a Facebook group that I have, and the link is down below. I invite you all to join. And what you need to do to join is to accept the rules of the group. And the rules of the group are to be kind to everyone and that there is no selling. That does not mean that you can't sell your things. It just means that you can't sell your things on that site. That's all that means. So there is another question. You do not need to have the answer to that question, but if you want it, it is hashtag Cathy Sewing Happiness is the answer to that question. And so what we do over there is every Tuesday I post a hashtag #TagMeTuesday project, and you all watch the video of how I made it, and then you make your own, and our personalities come out in our crafting. So it's really fun to see us all doing the same project But they turn out all different because our personalities are different. So you watch the video over at the YouTube channel, over at this channel, the YouTube channel, and then you make yours, and then you pop on over to Facebook and you take a picture of your project and you post it over there so we all can see how beautiful your project has turned out. Now, I do ask that you just stick with Tag Me Tuesday projects and that you don't just show us what you're working on this week. There is a whole list of hashtag Tag Me Tuesday projects if you happen to not care for the one we're working on right now. So you can choose another project, but just don't show us what you're working on this week. Oh my goodness, that one's really sweet too. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close this one up. Oh, the next one is blue. Look at this one. I think it worked a little better doing it that way that we just finished. And what I mean is that we stapled the papers in and then we folded them up. I really think that was a little easier. I think it was a little easier hanging on to the papers and also folding it when it came time to fold all the papers up. So let's do that way again. This is the cardstock, and let's take our piece. This is the cover. We're going to fold it over 1/4 of an inch, or 1/2 an inch, I'm sorry, 1/2 an inch. Okay, then let's take our papers, and that will be fine. And let's pop them in here. They seem a little long. I don't think I did a really good job of measuring today when I was prepping. Let's pop them in with our stapler. Let's go ahead and just trim it off. It's not hard. I mean, you know, if yours are too long, just trim them off. It's pretty simple. And then let's fold this up. Fold it up like this. Yeah, I do think it's a little easier doing it this way. So you do it the way you find it easier for you. Now we've got our little doily. I'm going to fold it in half. And that has more green on this side, and this has more tan on this side. I think I'm going to do it this way. I think. Well, let's just look at it again. Let's look at this. I don't know. This side's pretty too because of being upside down kind of bugged me. Okay, so we've got that. So now we need to add our glue onto the back right here. Now, if you don't have a doily, you could use a coffee filter. You could use a circle punch and just punch out a circle out of some of your scrap paper. So if you don't have a doily, that's okay. You can still do the project with us. That's not going to be a problem. I'm going to pop, whoop. We need our washi. This one has that pretty blue. It has that pretty blue print. And let's see, here's some, oh, here's pretty blue washi right here. Let's see here. It's right there. There we go. Pull this up. Which way does it go, guys? It goes this way. Okay. Now, a little bit of glue. I just don't trust washi to really stay. Sometimes the brand new, if you get it brand new, sometimes it's nice and sticky. But the longer it sits, the more I think it loses its stickiness. Okay, this is, I don't want to get that stuck down, but let's go ahead and get this decorated. That's a pretty color on there, don't you think? I think so too. Now this is really my second mass make, so I'm hoping that you are enjoying it, and if not, we won't do it anymore, but I think it's kind of fun doing something a little different instead of just making one thing. Now get a little bit of this lace, and I think I'm just going to add it right here, like I've been adding to the others. Just popping it on for a little extra interest and cutting that off. How cute is that? And you open it up, and then you have your flip book. I love these little flip books. I think they're pretty sweet. Now, our last one. Look how pretty this is. So this is going to be a paper clip, and this is peachy color, and there's a peachy colored mini postcard, and I think I might have coffee dyed this. It kind of looks like it's been coffee dyed. I don't think it really came that way. I don't know. Like I said, I've had these for so long, I don't really remember, but it does look like it's coffee dyed. I'm going to fold this in half, just kind of lining up where the cutouts are. All right, now we've got our piece right here, and we're going to fold over one end a half an inch, like that. Get a good crease. Getting our papers. Ooh, peach paper, coffee dyed paper, lined book page. Okay, there we go. I think there's 5. 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5. I added 5 in mine. It didn't seem to be a problem. Didn't seem to be too bulky or anything like that. Popping that in. 3 staples. 1, 2, 3. Now, I think I'm going to actually put my washi on now. Ooh, what washi? I've got this. Ooh, I've got this orange washi. I don't think I've ever used this orange washi. If I don't find the end, there's the end. Yeah, I don't remember ever using that one. You know, you get them in a set and you find that you use certain ones more than you use others. Yeah, I'm going to tear this on this end, and I'm actually going to tear it on this end. I like the look of it when it's torn, personally, rather than cut. That's pretty cute on there. All right, we don't need this anymore. Now we're going to pop this on, or actually let's fold this up first. So fold this up all the way to the top. Get the crease. Now we're going to glue this on. Do I want it glued like this or glued like this? I think I want it like this. I don't know. I just thought that side looked a little, I don't know. I just liked it better. Gluing that on. Okay. Now we're going to glue our little, I already ran this on there, didn't I? I'm going to glue this on. It's a little piece of ephemera. What a great mass making project, you guys. They are so cute. I've used up a lot of my scraps. I'm very pleased with how many scraps I was able to use up. Now let's look at all the ones that we made. We made these, and there's this one, and this one. We made 6. We made 6, and it's only 24 minutes, so we made 6. Yes, I had prepped to begin with, but I just really found this to be a most adorable project, and that you can use up so many of your scraps and make a very interesting flip down flip book. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.